covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton is teaming up with other Republican legislators like Florida Senator Marco Rubio to ban the Department of Defense from using taxpayer funds to host drag queen performances. The proposed bill is centered around reports that Malmstrom Air Force Base in Great Falls, Montana, hosted a drag story time at the base library. Earlier this month, Cotton also joined 13 other Republicans who signed a letter asking the Secretary of the Navy to address what they're calling the use of TikTok drag queen recruitment videos. And the news comes within 24 hours of the Walton Arts Center and NWA Pride announcing that they're pausing their partnership. Now, this is after the Walton Arts Center denied NWA Pride from hosting a drag show at its center. For years, NWA Pride filled Dixon Street in Fayetteville with more than 30,000 people attending last year's event. But according to NWA Equality, the Walton Arts Center board made the decision to deny its request to have the event at the center. In a statement to 5 News, the Walton Arts Center wrote, "Our decision was made in the interest of safety concerns for performers, patrons, and staff due to the divisive political rhetoric at this time." NWA Equality chose to move all of their events from Walton Arts Center. All right, before we get to other news around Arkansas and Oklahoma, let's get a check of that weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. Zach, rain in the forecast today.
Yeah, rain's been in the forecast multiple days in a row. We're starting out our Thursday with rain chances at their highest, and then we'll get a lull in the activity. Then we're bringing back some more rain chances. We saw the shower activity really fire up in the western half of the state to kick off our Thursday, expecting rain to really taper off late morning into the afternoon. We're mostly looking dry, going to get some breaks of sunshine in there for your Thursday. Can't completely rule out a stray shower, so rain chances drop off again by early afternoon down to around 10%, and then they're going to start to pick up. Today we're watching severe weather fire up in central Oklahoma. That's going to try to form maybe a cluster or a broken line of some storms that'll make a run to eastern Oklahoma late evening, overnight. So this would be while we're sleeping. The storm should overall weaken, but some gusty winds, lightning, and maybe a pocket of hail or two could still survive the trip into western and northwestern Arkansas, so we'll keep our eyes on that for you. But overall, you can see, again, rain chances higher to start your day. They taper off as we go mid-late morning, linger with a low rain chance, and then we bring it back up as we go into the overnight hours with some of those storms trying to move in. Here's a look at what you can expect all day long for your Thursday. Temperatures around 70 degrees for lunchtime for northwest Arkansas, topping out in the upper 70s as we get into the afternoon. Upper 70s to lower 80s will give us a range across the Ouachitas and the River Valley. Joe?
All right, thank you, Zach. Well, there is some big news for the U.S. Marshals Museum in Fort Smith. The Willard and Pat Walker Charitable Foundation is now gifting $1 million commitment to the museum. According to the USMM Foundation, the gift will be used to help complete the museum's capital fundraising efforts. And recently, you remember, the museum announced it will open its doors on July 1st. This comes after more than 16 years of work on fundraising and design. Meanwhile, the Natural State Advisory Council says it wants to double the $3.5 billion that tourism brings to Arkansas. The council was set up by Governor Sarah Sanders. It's identified 4 state parks to renovate to attract more outdoor enthusiasts. Now, those include Queen Wilhelmina State Park near Mena, Petit Jean State Park around Little Rock, mountain biking trails at Mississippi River State Park near Helena, West Helena, and Crowley's Ridge State Park near Paragould. And more trailside art is coming to Bella Vista. Bluebird Sculpture Trail features leased sculptures from artists around the country on a rotating annual exhibition of unique and inspiring art. Now, this inaugural year kicks off the project with 3 sculptures by artists in Northwest Arkansas. The sculptures are located at the Bluebird Trail. That's just west of US 71. All works will be available for purchase at the end of this exhibit for commercial or residential properties, or donors may purchase a sculpture and designate that it remains in place right there along the trail. Well, thank you for joining us here today for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Make sure to catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.